Welcome to practice. Sit in a comfortable position, either kneeling or with your legs crossed. Support yourself with a pillow or a blanket if you need to. Bring your hands to your low belly, your womb space, with the thumbs touching at the belly button and the index fingers touching and pointing towards the pubic bone. Rest your hands here. Soften your shoulders, your arms, broaden your back, lengthen your neck. And find your gaze. You can either soften your gaze looking down and forward, or if it feels right for you today, close your eyes. Bring the attention to how you feel today and work with the energy levels that you feel you have today, never against them. Observe your breath and use this observation to center yourself. Maybe to find an intention for the practice, or just to arrive in this space. In this time, you're gifting yourself with. Soften the jaw, space between upper and lower teeth. Soften your breath, spacious inhalations, long and soft exhalations. A connection with your womb space. The house of your cyclical nature as a woman. A sacred space where creativity lives in all its forms. If your eyes are closed, slowly start to open them, looking in front of you on a point on the floor, re-emerging and finding the light around you. And when you feel ready, release the mudra and look in front of you. Open your gaze for Shitali Pranayama. It's a cooling breathing exercise. To inhale, you're going to roll your tongue like this. If you can't do that, you just stretch your lips as if you were inhaling through a straw. With the exhalation, you release the air out of your mouth with a very soft jaw and relaxed facial muscles. It goes like this. Or 6 breaths of Shitali. Begin. Observe your breath and your system. If you can feel a little bit cooler inside, in your mouth, in your abdomen, in the energy around you. And then let's stretch the wrists. Bring your arms up parallel to the floor. Point the fingers up, palms out. And then reverse, fingers down, palms in towards you. 3 times more. Shoulders down and back. Feel your seat rooted, grounded, and your spine long up towards the ceiling. Palms parallel to the floor. Bring your fingers in and out. In and out. In and out. One more time. In and out. And soften your arms and create 4 circles in one direction with your wrists and 4 in the other direction. Shake gently your hands and wrists. And bring your hands to your shoulders, elbows down. Inhale, elbows forward. Exhale, elbows down. 2 times more. Open your elbows to the sides and shoulders to the sides. The same with the elbows out for 4 times. Bring the elbows up, level with the shoulders. Long neck. Calm, aware breath. And now circle. 4 circles in one direction. No tension in your neck, in your jaw, and 4 in the other direction. Bring your elbows up. Bring your left hand to your right elbow. Relax the right hand down. Gaze to the horizon. Activate slightly your abdominal muscles through the exhalations to lengthen your spine. And then pull your right elbow towards the midline of the body. Other side. No sway in your low back. That's why we engage the abdominal muscles to help this lengthening of the lumbar back spine. Release the grip, bring your arms by your side and come on your knees. Separate your knees and feet as your hips. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, arms down and sit on your heels with a AH sound through with the exhalation through your mouth. Again, inhale through your nose, up, and exhale. Inhale, up, exhale, release. Again, in. Let go of what it's not serving you anymore. What must go, to make space for what's new. Inhale. You can let go tiredness, frustration, sadness, anger, whatever you feel it's bothering a little bit today. 2 more. And stay on your heels. Bring your left hand to your right ear. And gently bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Both shoulders relaxed. Maybe bring the right hand under your right glute to go a little bit deeper in the stretch. Soften your gaze, your jaw. And then go to the other side. Come back to center and grab a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you can use pillows or blocks. Place it towards the end of your mat. Kneel in front of your mat. Open the knees as wide as the mat. Big toes touching. Sit on your heels. Place your hands on the bolster, however you feel comfortable. So palms touching the bolster and fingers towards you or to the outside, or even with fists on the bolster, like I'm going to do today. With the exhalation, bring your hips forward and up. Open the chest. Inhaling, come to rest on your heels. Exhale, engage your pelvic floor, open your chest, feel the thigh muscles working, and exhale, stay in the inhale, come down and stay in the expansion of the inhalation, release of pelvic floor. Exhale, engage glutes, open chest, long neck. Exhale, expand your lungs, your rib cage, and your pelvic floor. Again. Exhaling, there's engagement, activation, opening of the chest. Inhaling, lengthening of the spine, and expansion, release. Two more cycles. Nice. Back to center. Take the bolster or whatever you can use instead of it if you don't have one. And slide maybe towards the back of your mat a little bit. Place the bolster between your legs, your inner thighs, and then flex your spine forward. Hug your bolster, one cheek on the bolster, and rest here. Enjoy this soft child's pose, supported child's pose, where you can really allow your body to be heavy and supported from the ground. Notice how much you can feel the inhalations in your back, the ribs expanding to the sides and the back, towards the ceiling, and the sides of the room. Turn your head to the other side. If it's pleasant for you, you can exhale with a slightly open mouth. Allowing yourself to be a little bit heavier with every exhalation. Letting go of the tensions of the body and of the mind. Last cycle of breath here. Turn your head looking at the bolster. Slide your hands in front of the knees and press to come up. Move the bolster from your space and take a all fours position. Spread your fingers wide. Open your hands as wide as the shoulders, shoulders on top of the wrists. Open the knees and feet as wide as your hips. Tuck your toes under. Find comfort here by moving freely your hips, your shoulders, your neck. Then maybe also the ankles a little bit. Finding your space here. And then engage the hands, the toes on the floor, shoulders away from the ears, lengthen the neck. And create 4 big circles with your hips in one direction. And then in the other one. You maybe include the neck. Very soft movement. And then both directions. Explore your inner space as you do this, and it's like you want to expand in the outer space around your mat. Back to center, tabletop position. Inhale, cow pose. Look up, tailbone up. Spread the collarbones. Exhale, belly in, shoulders away from the ears, tailbone down, chin to the chest. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round your back, space between the scapulae, the shoulder blades. 2 more. Coordinate the breath with the movement. One more, let's add one. Tabletop, long spine, traction in your spine. Stretch your right leg back. Stretch your left arm forward. Cup your left hand. Long neck. Find your drishti, a focal point to look at, and lift your right leg and left arm, right shoulder away from the ear. Exhale, knee and elbow touch. Right heel up towards the glute, chin to the chest. 3 more. Inhale, flex the foot, stretch your fingers. Exhale, touch. Press the parts of the body that are touching the floor really onto the mat to find stability in order to move the other limbs. Other side. Prepare, stretching arm and leg. Lift them parallel to the floor. Find your gaze. Inhale, press the left heel, stretch the right fingers. Exhale, round your spine. Left heel up, touch elbow, knee. Inhale, expand, touch, reach. Exhale, round. Back to tabletop to go to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Press the fingers onto the ground. Bring the chest towards your thighs. Tailbone up and back, feet parallel to one another. Feet open as wide as your hips. Bend your knees, open the chest to the thighs. Shoulders away from your ears, soft neck. Heels towards the floor. It doesn't mean that they have to touch today, but that's their direction. Knees pointing forward. Inhale with me. Open your mouth. Lengthen the tailbone. Again. One more. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bring right foot between your hands. Slide the left toes back, left knee down, maybe on a folded blanket to pad your knee if it's uncomfortable on the naked mat. Inhale, bring your arms up, palms facing looking at the midline of the body, shoulders away from your ears. Press the feet on the floor. Exhaling, engage your abdominal muscles. Find a big spacious back, soft face, soft shoulders, long neck. Inhale, a little back bend here. Exhale, runner's lunge. Ardha Numanasana. Cup your hands and wrists in line with the shoulders, maybe on 2 blocks. Flex the right foot, hips back. Lengthen your spine and your neck, which is part of your spine. Here, gaze down. Press the right heel forward. Flex the right toes towards your shin. Breathe here. Long spine. Four cycles of flow between these two poses. Inhale, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, runner's lunge, Ardha Numanasana. 3 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, lengthen. Right foot flat on the floor, hands framing the right foot. Bring your left foot forward, hip width distance, feet parallel. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend your knees. Utkatasana, chair pose. Bring your arms up or palms together in front of your chest. Open your chest, soften your shoulders and your gaze. Exhale, Uttanasana. Lengthen your spine down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Weight forward, bend your knees if you need to. Once again, Utkatasana. Engage your inner thighs. Sit back, down, toes still on the floor. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Right foot back, knee on the floor. Inhale, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. To the other side. Engage your feet on the floor, your glutes, and with the exhalations, bring your hips down and forward. Inhale, do a little back bend here. Exhale, bring your hands down in line with your shoulders, runner's lunge. Flex the left foot, toes towards your shin. Press the left heel forward, long neck, gaze down. Four cycles of movement between these two poses here. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, runners. Coordinate the movement with the breath. Bring your intention, if you have one, for today's practice in this movement. Okay, this time bring your hands to the floor, framing your left foot. Go back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, and you can work here. Or if you would like to explore dolphin pose, you can do so as well. Bend your knees a little, look forward, and bring the elbows down to the floor in line with your wrists. Make sure that the elbows don't go too much outside or inside. You can also practice this pose with the knees on the floor and maybe move back and forward, finding the opening of the chest and this beautiful line of middle finger, center of the wrist, center of the elbow, and center of the shoulder. So try which version is good for you today. If your knees are off the floor, bend them maybe a little bit, soften your gaze, soften your face and your neck, and try to bring the chest towards your thighs.
Wherever you are, breathe, aware of the rhythm of your breath and where you can feel it in your body. And then everyone come onto your knees and forearms. Press the palms on the floor. Make sure, again, check it again, that your elbows and shoulders are in line, so you can grab your elbows to do so. Shoulders and elbows in line, wrists straight. And straighten, stretch your legs back for forearm plank. Here too, you have the option to bring the knees on the floor. The knees are way behind your hips line, so you're not on all fours anymore, but they're back. Tuck your toes and press the heels back. Maybe lift the knees, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, imagine to blow a candle between your wrists and feel the engagement of your lower belly, of your pelvic floor, and the inhalations in your side ribs and back. Last 2 breaths here. Bring your knees on the floor if they're not already. Come off your elbows and come to pigeon pose. Bring your right knee behind your right wrist. The right foot is towards the left side of your mat, and slowly, it might over time go towards your left wrist. Stretch your left leg, checking that the foot is in line with the hip, is not open too much to the left or too much to the midline of the body and the mat. And with the exhalation, accommodate your hips down towards the floor. If the hips are way too high, your right glute is way too up high off the floor, you can support your right glute with a pillow or a block. Open your chest, spacious collarbones. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can walk your hands to the sides of your hips, finding a compression in the lower vertebrae, opening the chest a tiny bit more. Find a place where you feel comfortable working with this pose. Sit on your right glute, removing the prop if you have one, and bring both legs towards your right for a gentle twist. Bring your left hand, cup your hand on the floor. Your right hand grabs the left knee. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. Look over your left shoulder and twist. Untwist. Other side of pigeon from on all fours position. Bring your left knee behind the left wrist. Stretch your right leg. Check it that it's in line with the hip. Right hip forward. You're working with neutral hips here. So don't let the right hip open too much to the right side. You can stay with the hands where they were in all fours in front of you, or you can try and walk them towards the outside of the hips, opening the chest a tiny bit more, lengthening the spine, but compressing the lumbar part. Conscious breath, soft face. I have to admit, I would stay here all day, but we stay for only 3 more breaths. And sit on your left glute. Bring your right leg to the front and bend both legs towards your left. This time is the left hand to the outside of your right knee. Right hand behind you, cup your hand. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Look over your right shoulder, twist. Back to center. Sit in staff pose, Dandasana. Stretch your legs in front of you. Open your feet and legs as wide as your hips. Maybe walk back with your glutes a couple times to feel the sitting bones grounded to the floor. Hands in line with the shoulders, palms flat on the floor, fingers pointing towards your feet. Flex your feet. Press the heels forward. Bend your feet and fingers towards your shins. Press the hands into the floor, shoulders down, lengthen your spine. Active thighs, active arms, active back, long neck. Exhale, point your toes forward. Inhale, bend your ankles, flex feet. Point and flex. And then make circles. Flex your feet and then open to the sides, point forward, flex towards your face. Open to the side, point forward to your face. One more round, and then let's change the direction towards your face, and right foot crosses over the left as you invert the direction. Now the left crosses over. Beautiful. Shake. Shake your thighs. Maybe little fists on your legs. Beautiful. Janushirasana. Straighten and stretch your left leg to the side. Bend your right leg. The sole of the foot is gently pressing onto the inner left thigh. Bring your left hand outside behind your straight leg. You might want to bring a block or a pillow as support. Inhale, lift your right arm, shoulders are soft. Exhaling, slide with your left hand away from you as you stretch your spine and your upper body towards the left. Open the right shoulder, soften the left shoulder, long neck. Activate your left foot. And then open the right arm, bring the hand behind you, opening the chest and the gaze up towards the ceiling. Press the right glute and knee down. Other side. Inhale, stretch arms in opposite directions. Exhale, lateral flexion of your spine. Open the left shoulder back. Reach towards the right. Reach the fingers. Long neck. Press the left glute down. Flex the right heel away from you. And then open even more, this time towards the ceiling. Just up and gaze up to the ceiling. Slowly back up and widen both legs. This time right and left for Upavista Konasana. Again, find your sitting bones on the floor. You're tilting your pelvis slightly forward even to almost flex the spine. Make sure though that your legs are engaged and your heels are pressing out. If your knees are slightly bent, it's fine. Make sure though that you are not sitting on your tailbone, so that then as consequence your spine is curved. If you see that this is a little bit the energy that your body is moving toward sit at the very edge of a pillow in order to bring your hips to a neutral position, finding the sitting bones really grounded to the floor, perpendicular to the floor, so that your spine can grow long. Maybe the knees are bent and it's fine. Open the legs as wide as you can today. And bring the hands to your womb space. As we did at the beginning of the practice, your thumbs together at the belly button, your index fingers together towards the pubic bone, and spread a little bit, the fingers a little bit wide. Connect with this space, which is the home of your femininity, your womanhood, your cyclical nature that does not stop with menstruation. In the menstruation years, we are cyclical beings by nature for our entire life. We live in a cyclical way following the 28-day cycles. We naturally are prone to move in a circular, round, spiral way. This is what we're going to do from here. Slowly start to create circles with your upper body. Maybe soften the feet a little bit and the legs too, and tap into this more inward focused energy. Maybe close your eyes. You're not only moving your spine and your torso in circles, you're also moving your perineum, your vagina, your pelvis close to the earth in a circular way. So feel how the movement in circles is really happening in your whole body. When you feel you want to switch direction, you can do so. Allow even the neck, the shoulders to slowly start to melt to these circles. Slowly start to make these circles a little smaller when you're done with both directions, until you arrive to a space and place of stillness. If your eyes were closed, slowly start to open them. When you feel ready, release the mudra. And bring the hands underneath your knees to help you to bend your knees. Maybe stay for a few seconds here with your knees bent. And then go ahead and grab a bolster. This time, place the bolster vertical on the mat, same direction as the mat, towards the end of the mat, okay? And then sit at the bottom of the bolster and rest your back on the bolster as you slide to bring the shoulders on the floor. Okay. Here you have few options. You can stretch the legs, feet on the floor, arms by your side. You can bring your arms up over your head, interlacing fingers or maybe grabbing opposite elbows. Or you can bring the feet flat on the floor, open as wide as the mat, and rest the knees one with the other. Hands on your low belly, your womb space. So you have several choices here, and you can see what serves you best today. Be careful to not feel too much compression in the low back or anywhere in your back, and enjoy this gentle inversion. Supported, so allow yourself to be supported and really soften the tensions that you might find in your body as you scan it and observe it with your inner eyes, sensing your body, noticing your breath. Few more cycles of breath here. Last breath here. And bring the palms down on the floor, arms by your side if they were not already. And bend your knees if they were not already. Soles of the feet on the floor, and gently lift your hips up as you turn your bolster horizontal and place it at the sacrum. Okay? Feel supported here, sacrum and part of the low back. And then bring your legs up towards the ceiling. You can stay here for a supported shoulder stand, or if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can bring the knees towards your face, soften the legs for a supported plow. So choose whatever suits you today. Maybe you stay for a little bit with your feet up towards the ceiling, and then you move into plow. Take your time to settle in the pose that you chose, to feel comfortable on your bolster and in the space. Roll your ankles a few times in both directions and slowly start to come out of the pose. Remove the bolster and slowly bring your sacrum, your hips And then your legs on the floor. Stretch your legs on the floor, heels touching. With an exhalation, come to wind removing pose, Pavanamuktasana. Bend the right leg, interlace the fingers just below the knee at the shin, and with every exhalation you pull your right knee towards the right shoulder, elbows in, shoulders towards the floor, long neck. Make sure the left calf is on the floor. If it's not, flex your foot. If it's still not on the floor, maybe bend the leg with the left foot flat on the floor. Other side. Right shoulder down, elbows into the body, chin slightly in to lengthen the neck. A moment in Shavasana. And then bring both knees in towards your chest and give yourself a hug. You can either grab fingers or opposite wrists, forearms or elbows. Soft feet side by side. Let go of the grip. Keep the knees where they are. Bring the soles of the feet together and go to grab the outer edges of both feet. Interlace your fingers. Feel the spine long, the back broad on the floor here. Last 2 breaths. And then let go of the grip. Stretch the legs on the floor. Bring the right knee in, left hand to the outside of the knee, right arm out, hand in line with the shoulder, palm facing up. Twist. Bring your right knee to the left of your space. Long neck and look to the right. You might want to support your right leg with a bolster as you twist. The right leg is at a 90-degree angle. Other side. Back to the center and go grab a chair for your final Shavasana. If you have it, you can also use a eye bag for your Shavasana. Put on socks if it's cold, a blanket, a sweater. Prepare your space for Shavasana, for a deep, nice relaxation. And then bring your legs on the chair. The back of the knees are supported by the chair. And slowly bring your back on the floor. Set your eye bag on the eyes, arms by your side, palms facing up. This is your time to completely rest, allowing your whole body to soften. And if you don't know how to do that, or you want to observe closely how is your body softening fully, you can scan your body from top to bottom and from bottom to top and so on, using the breath as a tool where every exhalation softens a new part of the body. Exhale and soften the feet, toes. Exhale and feel the calves heavy on the chair. Exhale and feel the femurs heavy falling down to the ground. Exhale and feel the hips and sacrum heavy on the mat. Exhale and soften your belly and spine. Exhale and feel the hands heavy as your arms and shoulders. Exhale and rest your head heavy in the ground. And slowly go back down towards your feet. Part of your body by part of your body. Discover deep softness. And breath after breath, wake a new part of the body up, maybe starting from the extremities, your face, your fingers, your toes. Your arms, your neck, your legs, your spine, your whole torso. And see where your body goes as it wakes up. And if there's any movement that you want to take before
turning to one side, right or left, in a fetus position. As transition to very lazily and slowly coming up to sit. Bring your right hand to your womb space and your left hand to your heart space. Eyes closed or soft gaze. Observe your breath, your heartbeat, your belly soft. And smile. Smile to you with this beautiful, perfect body you have. This wise intention you might have had for the practice. And thank yourself. Thank yourself for creating the time and the space for you to practice, to gift you with the practice. Right hand on your left. One last breath here in gratefulness. And I am grateful for you, for your presence here today and allowing me to guide you through the practice. It has been my honor. From my heart to yours, Namaste.